You have a nice basic ensemble sound, but our sound overall is a little top heavy. The upper sax, the higher the saxophone, the softer it should be. The lower the saxophone, the louder it should be. And there are just a lot of times where I'm not hearing a good bottom on this. If you want to hear this piece like it really should sound, there are two very old but very good performances of this. The first one by the Marceau Mule Quartet, for whom this piece was written. And the saxophonist, the baritone saxophonist on that is Marcel Jus. And when you listen to it at first, you don't think you're listening to a saxophone. It sounds like cello. It's just so beautiful and so much finesse. And I would encourage you to go back and listen to that so that you can get an idea of the sound quality and the pervasive bottom that he puts on the ensemble. So that part is really important. I want to just give you one example. Could you guys look before 17, 1, 2, 3, 4 measures, the quarter note pickup and the alto tenor and the baritone. Let's start on beat 4. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know where we are? Okay. Now, I want you to play at about a mezzo piano. I want you to play at about a mezzo forte. I want you to play at a fortissimo volume. Okay? And play that for me. Right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Come on, guys. Come on and beat 4. Not on 1. Right? 1, 2, 3. Do you know where we are? Do you know where we are? When 4 comes, you're going to play, right? Not on 1, but on 4, right? And remember, you're going to play what? What dynamic? All right, or fortissimo. Right? 1, 2, 3. Or baritone. You hear the difference in the tone quality when you do that? All right? And that's still not enough baritone. All right, but that gives you an idea. Do you guys, I hear the soprano using vibrato. Are you using vibrato? Are you using vibrato? Are you using vibrato? You have to use vibrato on this piece. Everybody has to use vibrato. And you need to make sure that you're matching the style of the vibrato. All right? Because that will make a sound of a quartet. Okay? Not just individuals playing with nice sounds, okay? And all of you have a nice sound, but and like I said, basically it's a nice ensemble sound, but it doesn't really sound like a quartet to me because I don't hear you guys using vibrato, and this piece requires it. Got to be a little more careful of your phrasing. A lot of it's very good, but sometimes we're breathing at bar lines, and that's almost always a bad thing, right? Pretend like the bar lines don't exist. You guys tend to blow notes like this, and you use vibrato on notes. You need to play a line of music where you're using air and vibrato. That all of that is integrated together. Not there's the air and the vibrato and then the fingers and then the embouchure and then no. All these things work together. And what are the 3 most important things that you have to work on? Do you know what they are?
Intonation.
Air.
It's going to be air. Again.
Air, and air. And if you're 85 years old and you're still playing the saxophone, it's going to be air, air, and air. And the problem with your airstream is that you guys do not use it over a phrase. You use it on notes. What is music? It's a language. It's a way of communicating, right? Thoughts, feelings, emotions that we cannot express through language, through the English language. So, can you imagine if I started using my air like this when I was talking? It sounds kind of strange, doesn't it? And yet, that is exactly the way you guys use your air when you play a musical line. Now, if you want to change the volume, you change the volume of air, but not the speed and the pressure of the air. If I'm playing soft, if I'm playing loud, what changed? It's the volume of air that I put into it. I don't even have to think about it. The fewer changes you make, the better off you'll be when you play your instrument. Okay? And the air never changes. You guys need to spend a little bit more time individually with long tones and slurred scales. Notice I said slurred scales, and I don't care what the FBA says. You don't want to be doing da 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 da. Every time you do that, you're going to be stopping your air. All right? So slurred scales are the way to go, especially when you're warming up, because what you're trying to work on is
Air.
and
Air.
and
Air.
thank you. A lot of nice things, guys. I enjoyed hearing about it.